So a lot of you are having difficulty in forming the sentence. Like you know what you want to say, but you cannot frame it in a sentence. So that is lacking of sentence structure. Hello my beautiful people, how are you? I am Annie and I am here to help you with your spoken English, your vocabulary and your communication skills. Today's video is going to be about the only grammar topics that you need to improve or to learn English. So a lot of you are confused that you want to start learning English, you want to learn grammar, but what should you learn? What should you do? How should I begin? Okay, so in this video, I'm going to cover all the topics that you need. Like these are the topics that you need. Other than this, you don't need anything to learn English. These are the topics that I myself teach to my students. I have students all across the world, and the only grammar that I teach in my classes are also among these 5 topics which will help you learn English. If you know these 5 topics, you know English. If you learn only these 5 grammar topics, you will really master speaking correct English, writing correct English, and it is going to be so beneficial. Okay, so the first grammar topic that you need to know when you want to begin. This is the first topic that you need to learn. The first thing that you need to learn when you start learning English, the first thing that you need to see is parts of speech. Parts of speech are the different parts of sentences, different parts of a speech. So for example, I say my name is Annie. My is a pronoun. Name is a noun. Annie is again a noun. Is a verb. Right, so you can see that all of these words, this actually have some function. So based on the function, based on the use, we have categorized all the words into 8 different parts of speech, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So this is something, these are the 8 parts of speech that you must learn, that you must know about. You must learn the do's and don'ts, or what are the correct usage, or why, or what is the function of all of these parts of speech. So as you know, noun is the name of person, place, animal, thing, but then there are some rules also when it comes to nouns. Verbs are the action words, the stative verbs. But then there are again some rules that come while using all of these parts of speech. So when you use the parts of speech, when you learn the parts of speech, you will know the correct usage, and especially you will know when you cannot use either one of these, or when you should use either one of these, and how should you use it. It will really help you to make the correct sentence structure. So a lot of you are having difficulty in forming the sentence. Like you know what you want to say, but you cannot frame it in a sentence. So that is lacking of sentence structure. That will be solved by parts of speech. Parts of speech are the basic fundamentals. Like for example, when you learn mathematics, there are these mathematical equations such as addition, multiplication, subtraction, these basic equations, and then you move ahead to the more difficult or more complex equations. But these are the basics, these are the basic operations. Similarly, your parts of speech are the basic operations. So you have to learn these parts of speech, and then you can move forward to an advanced, more complex grammar things. So the first thing that you need to learn is parts of speech. I have already made a video dedicated for parts of speech, so you can watch it right here. It's a very old video, but you can still watch it. If you want me to do a new one, please let me know in the comments below. The next important grammar topic is tenses. I cannot stress this enough. Tenses is one of the topic where a lot of people firstly don't learn tenses. If they learn, they forget it and they do not use it correctly. 80% of the mistakes that you make while talking are tenses, that you make while writing are tenses. That sentence structure, sentence formation, one thing that I will come to know that you don't know English is because if you make mistakes in tenses. What are tenses? Tenses are just the timeline. If you are talking about past, if an activity that has happened, you will use the past tense. If you're talking about now, you will use the present tense. If you are talking about the future, you will use the future tense. So these are different tenses. There are subcategories to tenses also. So tenses is one thing that you need to be aware of. If if I have to tell you to pick only one grammar topic, only one, I will pick tenses, because tenses are something that is so important. It really helps you dictate what is going on. It gives the exact timeline of what you are talking about. Is it something you're talking about now, or the past, or the future? So if you had to choose only one topic, I would choose tenses. Tenses are really important. I have explained all the tenses for you in this video, so make sure that you check it out. Very simple. In the most basic sense, I have explained out all the tenses to you, so make sure to watch that after this video. Also, if you're liking this video so far, please boop the like button. Thank you so much. The next topic that we need to understand, that we need to learn while learning grammar, is modal auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verbs. What are modal auxiliary verbs? So these are all the words that you get confused between. Would, should, could. What is the difference? Where do I use it? What is the meaning? What is its use? So this is something that are known as modal auxiliary verbs. Now if I had to explain it in detail, it will actually become a very lengthier video. So I have already made a video about it, so you can watch it. Whatever grammar topics I'm mentioning today in this video, I have laid out all the links to that videos which I have already made the topics on. So in the description, if you check that out, you will find all of these grammar topics in depth. So that is going to really help you, and these are the fundamental grammar topics. You just need to learn this. You need to know this to speak correctly. Okay, if you want to start learning English, what should I begin with? These are the topics that you need to begin with. Okay, coming back to modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs are verbs that show what is indicated. For example, is it possibility? Is it capability? For example, can. The word can shows your ability to do something. The word will shows your willingness to do something. So there's a lot of difference between will, can, should, would, could. Okay, I have mentioned all of the usage in this video, so you can watch that. And modal auxiliary verbs are one thing that a lot of you are confused about. Like, a lot of people ask me, ma'am, what is the difference between will and would? What is the difference between can and could? There isn't a lot of difference. Will also shows the willingness to do something. Would also shows the willingness to do something. But there's a slight difference. Will means yes, you surely will. I will go there. I would go there means maybe you will. And also there's a lot of more usage of would that I have explained in that video, so you can watch that. Again, modal auxiliary verbs are something that you must know. And the last grammar topic that you need to learn in order to speak English is articles. Articles are a and the, and how to use them. Now there's a common formula to this. A is used for consonant sounds. Consonant sounds are all the letters, all the sounds without A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U are your vowels, and you will use an before the vowels. For example, an umbrella, an orange, a horse, a house, because H is not a vowel, right? So these are the only rules, but there's more to it. A lot of people are under the misconception of these vowels and consonants, that it is about letters, but it is not about letters. It is actually about the sound. It's about sound. For example, in the case of honest, your H is silent and it actually is pronounced as honest, O, which is a vowel sound. So therefore you will say an honest man, even though it starts with an H, because we go with the sound and not with the spelling or with the letters. An honest man, an hour. That is why we will use an for these words. And that is why even if words such as university or uniform start with the letter U, they don't have the sound of a vowel. They start with Y, which is not a vowel sound. It's a consonant sound. Therefore, you can say a uniform, a university, and not an uniform and university. Okay, so it depends on the sound, the vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U, and not the consonants, not the letters, not the spelling. It only depends on the sound. So this is a common misconception. And then the, when to use the. So actually there are a lot of rules to use the, and the context or the background is also very important, what you are talking about. I have also made a dedicated video on this, so you can check that out. So All the topics that you need to improve or to learn English are parts of speech, tenses, modal auxiliary verbs, and your articles. And once you learn these topics, once you clear these topics, your English is going to improve. You're going to actually be able to form correct sentences. You actually be able to use correct tenses. You will actually be able to speak fluently, write fluently, and not only fluently, not only confidently, correctly, which is the thing that matters a lot. Speaking correct English, writing correct English. So, topics that you need to learn in order to improve or maybe begin to learn English. Also, let me know if you want to make a dedicated video for each of the topics. I'll be happy to. That was it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. If you have any doubts, any questions, please leave me a comment below. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos and your English improves. I'll be back with another video. Till then, bye. Ciao.